Tonight, the Inspired Racing League descends upon Richmond for the Arca Series. 175 laps tonight around this 7/10 of a mile short track. Temperature tonight 70 degrees. 175 long laps for some of these drivers. Right now, top of the board, Jordan Jordo holds the #1 spot with 3 minutes to go in practice. Aaron Stanton second, Cade Cannon third, Josh Henderson fourth, Elijah Fisher. Well, Elijah Fisher did round out fifth. Michael Boger jumps to third. Stephen Henning jumps to fifth. Let's see if we can't get a driver in here real fast before they go out to qualify. Before I do anything, let's get last week's winner in here. Aaron Stanton, Garrett Jenkins, how you doing tonight?
Pretty good, you Garrett?
Pretty good, a little under the weather at the moment if you can't tell. So last week Chevys 1, 2, and 3. Can it be replicated this week?
I don't know. This is going to be the first short track of the season. It's going to be a huge learning curve for probably all of us. Like, learning how these tires are going to wear. It's a completely different tire than what we run in Cup. Learning these cars, really, because I haven't really ran these cars much. So, we'll see.
Yeah, I can tell. Do you believe that the netcode tonight's going to play a bigger role tonight than what it did at Daytona? We saw a very calm race at Daytona. Do you just think that's going to play anything different tonight?
I'm not sure. Lately, it seems like iRacing has fixed most of the netcode issues. At least from what I can tell.
Well, that's good. Anybody want to think real fast? We got a minute left in practice. You're sitting third. So anybody want to think real fast?
Friends and family and my teammates, man.
I believe it. There going to be any bragging rights tonight between you and your brother?
Probably not. He's got a bunch of practice. This is going to be his first race in these cars, so.
All right, well, we look forward to seeing Aaron Stanton, last week's winner, looking to roll off from the front row. Thanks, Aaron.
I'm not really here.
Yep.
Get Boger in here.
Big copy.
Michael Boger, Garrett Jenkins, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you, man?
Pretty good. 15 seconds to go. Looks like you're going to wrap up practice here at the top of the board. How's the car feeling?
It feels good. Honestly, don't know how I put that lap down. I put like probably 80, 90 laps of practice down, and that's about the best lap I've put down so far. So, kind of proud of that, to be honest.
Just a general
I believe
question.
you.
You're broadcasting tonight?
Yeah, I'm broadcasting
he's
tonight.
right.
Real fast. Who do you want to thank real fast? I'm going to let you qualify here.
Just everyone at Toyota. I'd like to thank Falcon for, letting me race here, and yeah. Thank you for the interview.
Ain't no problem. All right, Michael Boger, fastest in practice, looking to be fastest qualifying. Thanks, Boger.
No problem.
That being said, Aaron Stanton looks like he's going to be the first one to lay down a lap. The defending winner, well, from a week ago, at least, at Daytona. As mentioned earlier, there's a Chevy 1, 2, and 3. Aaron Stanton off turn 4 to set the pace. 21.85. Jordan Jordo, top of the board. Gay Cannon going in third. Chris Lyota goes into the, well, now he goes to the fifth spot. Josh Harrison takes over fourth. Elijah Fisher not on track yet. Josh Henderson, first time in these cars. That number 72 Tractor Supply Chevrolet. Whoa, easy, hang on to it, buddy. Into the infield he goes, and not the way he wanted to start qualifying. Elijah Fisher just rolled out onto the track. Had one of the better cars last week in Daytona. Coming out to start his first lap. Or no, first lap. Stephen Hitty was one I saw jumps up to 8th quickest. Zeb Johnson to third. Fisher this time out of turn 4. Survey says 11th quickest. It's got one more lap here. As he will be the last one to post his final lap. Does he improve? He does. Fifth quickest. The 21.761. Aaron Stanton picking up where he left off last week. His race control's got to do a mic check real fast. Mic check.
Copy.
Oh, while we sit here.
Hey, Garrett, make sure you're transmitting on race control.
Oh, yeah.
Also, Discord DM quick. Oh, I think we ran over each other. I said I'm gonna shoot you a Discord DM real quick.
Well, we sit here waiting for time to run down 50 seconds.
Are you guys set up as admins in the session because you're talking over the normal channels, which usually you don't when you're an admin? We already checked. We got it.
I was going to say, I got my command. I just haven't switched yet.
It also changes it changes everybody's things from race control to drivers between session 2. Okay, just wanted to make sure.
There's one of the many perks to listen on the Inspire Racing Network. You can hear some of the drivers chatter. Not supposed to, but it is one of the perks here. Alright, with that being said, I got to run through the pre-race stuff here. So with that being said,
Jordan, I thought that was supposed to be a throwback.
welcome to Richmond tonight, everybody. Short track racing at its finest. 70 degrees on the track, 70 degrees outside. You get one fast repair. There's a 30x time limit. The pace car speed, 50 mile an hour. Pit road speed, 40 mile an hour. And you get 5 sets of tires, that's including the ones that's on your car. Have fun. All right, no, that's out the way.
Thank you.
No, that's out the way. Let's look at starting grid tonight. Aaron Stanton on pole. Cade Cannon in second. Zeb Johnson third. Stephen Henning Jr. in fourth. Elijah Fisher fifth. Michael Boger in sixth. Shane Harr seventh. Jordan Jorno eighth. Levi Ramsey in ninth. Chris Liotta rounds out the top 10. AJ Thompson, Darcy Harr share 11th and 12th. And then round out the field after spinning and qualifying, Josh Henderson will round out 13th. See now sitting on board with Aaron Stanton. Let's see. We've already interviewed Aaron Stanton. Who to get in here? How about the man that missed out last week? If I can get him in here. Shane Harr, Garrett Jenkins, how you doing?
Pretty good, man. How are you?
Pretty good. Hated to miss you last week, but you're here tonight. Starting, I wouldn't say your ideal spot. Have you learned anything with this car in the short practice sessions that you've had?
At a left, Garrett, please.
You know, I have. I figure it's going to be a tire-saving game, I
never
feel.
mind.
That right front might burn off for a lot of guys, especially if they're driving it a little too hard through the center of the corner. So I think we're right where we want to be. We just got to be patient and slowly make our way to the front and see what we can do.
Look into your parade lap thingy.
Yeah, I feel you right now.
I forget which way it was
We
worded.
got
but
Elijah
we
talking
wanted
at the
to
moment
do
here.
what
I
we
got
wanted
one
to
more
do.
question for you. I
let's
asked
do it.
Aaron
It's the road
Stanton
courses to shorten the,
at the top of the broadcast is if there's any bragging rights between him and Josh. Is there any bragging rights between you and your dad tonight?
No, he's just got to work on keeping up first before we can even talk about the bragging rights. So we'll take a little shot there when we can, right?
Yes, sir. I'm going to ask you one more thing because my settings are a little messed up on the screen. It does say 2 to green still, right?
10-4, yes.
Okay. All right. Appreciate it. That's Shane Harr. Good luck tonight, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Yep. So I'm pretty sure now we're going to be getting the 1 to green here. Nope. Coming to 1 to green this time. I got one more. I got a chance for one more interview. Let's see. Elijah Fisher, Garrett Jenkins, how you doing?
Pretty good.
That's good. Rolling off 5th, I believe. How's the car handling tonight?
We got our work cut out for us, but I think we're just gonna keep working on it and keep trying to make some changes, and hopefully we'll be there at the end.
I hope to see you at the end. Last week was a bummer. Who do you want to thank real fast?
All the fans for watching.
All right, boss man. Hope to see you in Victory Lane.
Thank you.
Yep. With that being said, you look on top of the roof of this facility. Gonna give you a good, clear shot. Aaron Stanton brings it down. We're rolling. Zeb Johnson takes over second. Elijah Fisher already moving up to third. Single foul now. Shane Harr holding on to 4th. Cade Cannon, black flag. Right at the start. And now he will be falling back here.
The 9th pink as opposed to half the leader.
The black flag on the 9. See
Can
now.
you review that, Garrett?
We are going to review the start here momentarily. Let's see. Give me the far chase. Right there. Well, clearly right there. Yeah, he is. And now we're here. We're for race control. After review, the 9 does indeed jump the start by about a half an inch. The penalty stands. Now get out the 4 chase. And Aaron Stanton still leads Zev Josh, Elijah Fisher, Shane Horn, Jordan Jorno to top 5 here as the 6 makes the move on Jorno. Levi Ramsey. They're still side by side, a little close, a little bit of net code, sends the 84 up the track. No, iRacer says, iRacer has been working on it, but still the net code is a thing, which it is in every series. As you look at the 4 number 6 of Levi Ramsey on board with him now, actually. Looking back now at the front bumper of Jordan Jorno. AJ Thompson riding in the back, right behind him. Right now, it's Aaron Stanton leading the way, working on lap 7 of 175. Zeb Johnson had a great showing last week at Daytona before the Toyotas. Had some issues late in the race that unfortunately did not work out. Zev trying to make it over here tonight. Shane Har returns after missing last week's race at Daytona in that Jordan Toyota number 21, running in 3rd. Right on board the nose of Shane Har. Looking out the back of Elijah Fisher, a great good amount of distance made between the top 4 and 5th on down. I mean, Shane riding the wall a little bit. And now focus back in on Aaron Stanton. Now holds 3/10 of a second lead over Zeb Johnson. But Shane Hart said it best. It's probably going to be a tire saving thing. I see a lot of, you look at the running board here on the left of the screen. You wonder, all these guys that's back here, Jordan off by 4 seconds, the 6 off by 5. You just wonder, is this a tire saving game? Right now, Zev Johnson trying to look around on the outside to get around Aaron Stanton. Not able to do it right now. Michael Boger in the 20 Mobile 1 car. Stephen Henney right behind him, trying to get around Chris Lyotta. That rock star number 60. Probably the man with the best save last week at Daytona, Kane Cannon. Currently 1 lap down. The only car 1 lap down. That's the good news for him, getting the wave around with a free pass. And don't think for a second that we've seen the last of this number 9 tonight. Zev Johnson looking around the outside, not able to do nothing, really trying to get that outside to work. We have an issue with Chris Lyotta. Look at the replay here, see what happened. I just got way up too high, gassed it too early, up into the wall he goes. Doesn't look like nothing significantly bad or messed up with the car. See the 6 off the wall a little bit. That's going to stack up the top. Hitting in Lyotta. Stephen Henning we talked about him much. Well, another one of them had a good showing at Daytona before it went away. think the closing laps between him and the 48. 48 of Millicar, unfortunately not here with us tonight. We hope to see him back next week. See Zeb Johnson off the wall again, trying to get to that 27. You look at the last 5 laps here. Man, Zeb's been, he ain't significantly faster, not a tenth faster, but I think what Zeb's going to have to do just ride here a minute, save the tires, figure out a way to get around Aaron. You're going to have to get him off the bottom, I feel like. See right now, Stanton's still the fastest of the two. See Shane Hard back there lying in wait. We'll see how fast Shane Hard's going into the turn. 143 to max. We're getting on the brakes. A lot of drivers tonight talked about the level. And the car wants the red line all the way down the front straightaway. Now the officials have said that they've tested the cars. With the car bouncing off the red limiter should not be an issue. As far as hurting the transmission anyway, you see Hard off the wall again. Or something's causing sparks. Elijah Fisher now just riding back there 4 seconds behind Aaron Stanton. Coming to lap 23 here. Like I said, whoa, big slide off the 4. Last week, one of the, if not the best of the Fords. Elijah tried everything he could to get that win from Aaron Stanton last week at Daytona. Unfortunately, no help at the end. Weren't much he could do, and it still ended up, as we said before, ended up being a Chevrolet 1-2-3 sweep. As right now, you can look on the pylon and see where your favorite manufacturer is running. Right now, Chevrolet out in front with Aaron Stanton. The 2 Toyotas of Zeb Johnson and Shane Hard run second and third. Elijah Fisher, the highest running Ford, in fourth. And Jordan Jorno running out the top 5 in a Chevrolet. Right now it's still Aaron Stanton, leaned away. Four-tenths of a second lead over Zeb Johnson. So Stanton ever so slightly starting to open it up. Starting to open the gap up a little bit. Shane Hard has actually closed in on his teammate. Zeb Johnson here coming to lap 27. 149 laps to go, still anybody's race. Welcome back to the field. Josh Henderson, after starting tail end of the field, right now he is the highest mover of the race, 7 positions after starting dead last in that Tractor Supply Chevrolet after a spin off of turn 4 in qualifying. All right now, Aaron Stanton. 7/10 of a second lead. See Zeb Johnson really trying to drive it back up there, trying to get back to that bumper. But right now he's got his team owner and his teammate behind him. Right now, pretty uneventful race so far. 30 laps in the books, under green, no caution. Anybody just tuning in right at the start of the race, Cade Cannon, according to the iRacing officials, jumped the restart, or jumped the initial start of the race, was confirmed by race control. He is now the only car 1 lap down. But other than that, it's been a pretty uneventful night. You look at Elijah Fisher again. Jordan still trying to find a way up to him. He's right on board with the Ford Motorcraft Chevrolet. I thought I ever say that. Right now, just trying to run the low line, trying to get a. See, obviously, him and Elijah Fisher running two different lines. Fisher running the middle, kind of getting a run off of the corners. Because right now, cat and mouse game. Lap ago. Zev Johnson just turning. Probably already burnt them tires up. Trying to keep up with the 27 right now. Does not appear to be hurting. He's sideways off that corner. Nonetheless, Shane Hard now runs second. It's going to be interesting to see how Stanton and Har race each other. They always seem to bring the best out of each other. See, there's the distance. Half a straightaway right now. 1.6 seconds to be precise. Is coming up on the lap car of AJ Thompson. That Hendrick car is number 27 Chevrolet. See, Darcy Har 3 laps down. Not having a good night tonight so far. Still plenty of racing left though. And that Monster Energy Toyota. Look at AJ Thompson now in that Chrome American Airlines number 18 Chevrolet. See, there's his teammate behind him here, Stanton, looking to put AJ 1 lap down, and this is where it's going to be difficult. Now for Cade Cannon. There's Cade right there, actually. But now he's got to get around AJ Thompson to get into that free pass position or take the wave around and be at an even bigger disadvantage. Because to take the wave around, you got to hope that everybody in front of you on the lead lap pits, and then you're not allowed to pit afterwards. You got to stay out there on track behind the pace car till it waves you around. No tires, no fuel, push you even further in the hole. So a bad situation for K Steel Cannon goes to a little bit worse. There's still 136 laps to go from Richmond. With plenty of time to get that 1 lap back. There's this Levi Ramsey. Looks like somebody's been into the back of his car. Bumper's pushed in and scratched up. Chris Lyotta behind him. That's the battle for ninth. Right now, neither driver really has made any no gains. They started right where they're at, where they were. Trying to bide their time. You see they're identical in the lap speed. So right now there is nobody really able to challenge the 27 right now. Working lap 43 here. And it's been all Aaron Stanton since the get-go. There's Shane Har back there 2 seconds back. You got to wonder, eventually Shane Hard's going to start pushing if he ain't already. right now, well, you're still riding on board with Aaron Stanton. Oh, picture up there. Probably didn't want that. Anyway, sorry about that. But right now, the Daytona winner currently first. And right now, that gap, 2.4. So for right now, I'm going to post a question in the chat here. Anybody can reply to this question I'm posting. As you're still looking at Shane Har, of course, missed last week. I'm trying to make up the points deficit here, trying to qualify his way into the playoffs. Playoffs is the same as what it is for Cup. As you look at Josh Henderson, the championship scenarios, the three winningest drivers, the three drivers with the most wins, I should say. You see right now, great battle for fourth. But the three winningest drivers will automatically clinch during the playoff. Josh Henderson hard into the wall. But from 4th through 8th, we'll get in on points alone. And that's how the playoffs will work. 8 drivers, 3 of the most winningest drivers, then 4 of the most consistent, or 5 of the most consistent, I should say. We'll make it in as Josh Henderson smacked the wall about a lap ago. Let's go back and look at it. Just floored it up too hard, looks like. Just didn't have the, ran out of real estate pretty much. 124 to go. Aaron Stanton still out front now, a 3-second lead over Shane Har. Of course, it's always early. It's Josh Henderson into the pits now. Damage evidently a bit more severe than what initially thought. Or is this a strategy game? George Jordo's in. The Chevrolets are pitting. 2 of them at least. So you see George Jordo in the pits now. So that being said, one of my favorite features with this, we're going to bring up the pit strategy. See, Darcy Harr's already pitted. And this will update. That's it, there it is now for Josh Henderson. That little blue sliver next to his 51 lap stint. So are we seeing pit stops? You see, George Jordan almost cut off to 27. Is the pit strategy now starting to come into effect? We're going to have to find out, because right now Aaron Stanton increasing the gap. Almost now 4 seconds. It is 4 seconds over Shane Har. 6, almost 7 seconds over Elijah Fisher. Zev Johnson, actually the battle for third. As well, a little bit of contact. What a save. What a save by Zev Johnson. That could have been disastrous. And Zev Johnson off the wall again. Right now, running in 4th.
Thanks, Chris.
Right now, Aaron Stanton puts the 60 and 1 lap down. So Cade Cannon situation still has a chance to get his lap back. But the more cars Aaron Stanton laps, the more difficult it's going to become for the driver at number 9. To get a look at it, Michael Boger up one spot from his starting position. Him and Stephen Hennig have pretty much been racing each other this whole time since the get-go. See, Hennig loose off turn 2. Gives Boger just a little bit of breathing room. Stephen Hennig's actually dropped 2 positions from his starting position. Right on board now with Steven. Just slow, methodical, not really forcing the issue. It'll be interesting to see how. It's going to be interesting to see how these pit stops is going to affect a lot of drivers. Aaron Stanton still leads. 113 laps to go from Richmond. And we got a little 2X here. Evidently, they're not related. 54 off the wall again. Chris Liotta. Okay, not related. Richmond giving some drivers a fight tonight. Chris Liotta had a great run going at Daytona. Another one of them that had some setbacks, but finished 7th or 8th, somewhere right there. So not bad of a recovery. As Elijah Fisher's in. Well, at 65. He is, I believe he's the first Ford to actually come in and pit. Shane Harr's in. So this is where the pit strategy starts to come in. Zeb Johnson's in.
27 pitting.
And as you heard over the radio, Aaron Stanton will be pitting this time by. Here comes the driver, the 27, who has dominated tonight.
Pitting and pitting.
So unless Michael Boger pits, he will take over the lead here. Stephen Hennig is in. And Michael Boger will be the first driver to lead a lap tonight, other than Aaron Stanton. I believe it will be Michael Boger and Chris Liotta. Will be the last two to pit. Open 6. Levi Ramsey, he has to make a pit stop. Speaking of devil, the 6 is in. Right now, see Aaron Stanton comes out. Man, actually came out ahead of the leaders. I wonder if he took a fuel only. We'll have to see what the pit times were. There you see Josh Anderson getting his lap back. So, we got an updated look now. So Chris Liotta and Michael Boger and AJ Thompson are the only ones who have not made a pit stop. See AJ loose off turn 2, saves it. is still, as of right now, the biggest mover. Josh Henderson up 9 spots, the second biggest mover right now.
18 going in.
Chris Lyota up 8 positions tonight. As AJ Thompson is in the pits now. So the question is, how long will Michael Boger and Chris Lyota stay out? They could be running it till it's dry for all we know. Would absolutely need to come in, try to stay ahead of the 27. See Jordan Jordo working to get his lap back. And he will.
Thanks, Booger.
That makes top 5 on the lead lap. Here comes the 20. So with that being said, the lead should cycle around to the 27 again.
Nine pin this time, 9 pin this time.
With green flag pit stops now out the way, we'll take a quick little break here. You're watching the Inspired Racing League Arca Series.
Nope. I think we're good.
Boger looks to be having some.
Being onto pit road and somebody punts me in the rear and causes me to speed. Is that a protest? Like, they reviewed that? I don't need anything reviewed, Garrett. I just have a question. Say I'm coming onto pit road and somebody punts me in the butt and it causes me to speed. Did you guys review that? I was just curious.
Oh God,
Couldn't.
No.
So, by the way, Aaron, Aaron, to let you know, yes, I was in front of Aaron, but here's the issue. Pace speed is 50. I was doing 45 up there, and I was still somehow in front of him. Motherfucker was not going until it went green, then he went. Okay. At least I'm pretty sure he did. Before I do that, I'll make sure I take a look again at myself, and then if it's just on me, it's on me.
Okay.
No, sir.
I'm good. Can I pass Falcon? I'm on fresher tires.
Yeah, you can.
Well, because I'm a lap down, that's why.
All right, brother.
Welcome back for Richmond. That's still the same scenario that we saw when we went to commercial. Well, side by side, whatever you want to call it. Aaron Stanton still out front. Josh Henderson, his brother, actually 6 seconds behind him. Running in second. Having a good rebound. Shane Harr running in the top 2 and 3 all night tonight. As you see, he's working on Josh Henderson now. Battle back here for fourth between Elijah and Jordan. Michael Bogert not a part of it, 1 lap down. Did a good drive off by the 4. 7 cars still in the lead lap. 7 cars still in contention to win it. Steven hitting the last of them cars that is 1 lap, or that is on the lead lap. There's Stan you saw right at the corner of your screen for a split second. Is closing the gap, however. Shane Har's gotten around Josh Henderson. With 89 to go, is it still too early to push? That's the question. See Shane Har a little bit of a slide off the turn 4. There's a 2X for AJ Thompson. Probably a caution.
Someone stopped on track here.
And the first caution of the race has came out.
Trying to get turned around. I couldn't get turned.
For AJ Thompson. We're running 1 lap down, or 5 laps down in 13th.
He's starting to.
That will put us under caution for the first time tonight on lap 88 here.
Hey, Steven, did you go lap down?
We will get a look at it here.
I did there, and then I was back on lead lap when you said it.
Get a look and see what happens here. Now I'm surprised that's hard into the concrete. American Airlines car is probably going to be grounded. Saying that, I'm surprised. I mean, we've been seeing turn 2 the trouble spot for drivers hitting the wall right out of real estate. The 18 just gets loose off the corner, gets behind on the steering, and that wall was not right there. He would have been all right. Few drivers has pitted here. Aaron Stanton, one of them. Elijah Fisher, Stephen Henning, both stayed out. We're going to take another short break real fast while we're under caution here. Elijah Fisher leads.
So, I took the lucky dog just now and pit, which he's supposed to be allowed to do. I end up going back a lap down?
It's because you didn't pit with 2 to go.
All right, we are back live from Richmond International Speedway. AJ Thompson's back out on track. So we got a couple cars, Cade and the 35, both trying to catch up to the field. It looks like they both will do it. See the field in the hands of Elijah Fisher.
I got penalized the doors for them to catch up.
See 3 wide, Stephen Henning way up top. What happened?
Sorry about that, Shane. I was sleeping, apparently.
You're good, buddy.
Michael Boger through the grass. A little bit of a late caution, but still, Michael Boger spins to the grass. That'll put us under the second caution tonight. Aaron Stanton, Elijah Fisher, Aaron Stanton, Josh Henderson, Shane Hard, Jordan Jorno, the top 5. Right now, with 82 laps to go, we'll be 81. Shane Hard on the apron. Don't know if he's going to be pitting or not. He will. That being said, all right. Sitting here under caution after 20 of Michael Boger went spinning off of turn 4 into the grass. Caution's taking a little bit longer than normal. Eight cars on the lead lap. Michael Boger is actually the next car 1 lap down. Coming to the 1 to green here.
Deal, you gotta go.
So it's going to be 77 to go here for Richmond. Elijah Fisher and Aaron Stanton will be leading the field to the green. Josh Henderson, the biggest mover so far of the night, after starting at 13th up to 3rd. Jordo's been top 5 all night, as has Shane Hard, Zeb Johnson rounded out top 6. Look for the rooftop again. Fisher with an excellent jump. And now we're going to see if Aaron Stanton's car is as good as running on the outside and between cars. That's big time off the wall goes Jordo. Something happened with the 6. I think he just got loose. Yeah, big time loose. But a good save by the 6 of Levi Ramsey. Staying green. And we're working lap 100. Aaron Stanton over the back bumper of Elijah Fisher. A little bit of contact. Aaron Stanton to the outside, trying to make something happen. Won't make it happen this time. Shane Hall waiting in third, as is Josh Henderson, as Stanton off the wall. And I'm amazed at the 84. Dick not until you see a bump from the 27 to the bumper of the 4. Couple drivers off the wall, Shane Hall and Josh Henderson. Har to the outside of Henderson. Not able to do it. Not Henderson, but Stanton. Stanton now to the bottom of Fisher. Aaron Stanton trying to reclaim the top spot. He's been there all night. Apparently there's some contact between the 54 and the 18. We'll have a look at that here in a second. The battle right now for first. Really the graphic doesn't include well, now it does. Top 5 battling for the first position, all within 5/10 of each other. Throw them under a blanket. But right now, Aaron Stanton clear of Elijah Fisher and reclaims the top spot. Josh Henderson as a Fisher off the wall. Josh Henderson, brother of Aaron Stanton, the brothers trying to make it 1-2. Aaron Stanton trying to go for 2 in a row. As right now, Aaron Stanton holding the lead. Everybody now starting to single file out. A little bit of contact between the 4 and the 84. Now Jordan Jorno looking underneath Elijah Fisher for third. Shane Har laying back there in wait. And these two ain't afraid to get close to each other. Try to take all the racetrack they can get. You see Jordan drives it in hard again. Not able to do it. Not able to take it yet from the 4. Right now it's still Aaron Stanton continuing to lead. Lost the lead for a few laps, but now has regained it with 66 laps to go. Josh Henderson 5/10 of a second back with 66 to go now. Our next closest car to the top 5, Stephen Henning running in 6th. I ain't heard much out of him tonight. Whoa, a little bit of an issue there. My fault. But right now, Steven running in 6th. Don't know if he's been saving this whole time. Don't know if the car isn't handling to his likings. Time would tell. But right now, Henning 3.4 seconds off the lead. Right now, Aaron Stanton now has opened up the gap to his brother, 5/10 of a second. You look at the sector times here between the two. Stanton faster in the first half of the track. We're going to see how fast he is on the second half. See Henderson, big slide off of turn 2. Aaron Stanton still the fastest all the way around between the two brothers. Right now, Jordan has took the third spot from Elijah Fisher. Elijah Fisher's actually fell all the way back to fifth as kisses the wall just a little bit going wide. Giving up the position to Shane Hart. Elijah Fisher led after the second caution. Elijah Fisher's coming into the pits. Not sure this is a scheduled stop or not. As you look at the different strategies that everybody's running, Elijah Fisher has gone the longest on this stint than anybody else, so I reckon it was time to get some new tires or something other, but this is not going to help Fisher's chances of winning this race, as he will go 1 or 2 laps down here. Right now, top 3 have ran about 28, 29 laps further than what Shane Hart has. So this tire is going to come into play. In case you wonder, the driver to number 21, as you see him on the screen, is sitting back there saving and waiting. Does he have something that can challenge the HendricksCars.com number 27 of Aaron Stanton? With 57 to go. Elijah Fisher has returned back onto the racetrack 1 lap down. In the 9th position now as he gets around the 60 of Chris Leona. But for right now, about the only position Elijah Fisher will be able to get to is 8th. He's chasing down the 20 of Michael Boger, who is, well, he spun under that previous caution. But now sitting in the catbird seat as the first car 1 lap down, should there be another caution in the 8th position. Right now you see Zev Johnson's the last car on the lead lap. Up and down night for the driver at 54, started third. Has had contact with the wall. They're right now running against 7th. As I said earlier, the last car on the lead lap. Chris Leona's in the pits. He actually had contact with the wall right before this pit stop. See if we can see it here. Oh, he got loose. Got loose. The wall saved it. Yeah, spun out completely. Would have been a caution. Got loose off the corner, smacks the inside wall, keeps him straight. But for right now, we stay green. But right now, shades of last week. There's a Chevrolet 1, 2, and 3. Right now, Chevrolet's opened up this year, looking dominant as far as the Arca series goes. See right there, Darcy Hart on the bottom, giving plenty of room to 27. Turn back to the action now. 1.1 seconds, now 1.2 to Josh Henderson. Yeah, unless something happens. As the 60s in the grass, we're going to see if that's throw it. It's a late caution, but throw it. The caution's out for the 60 spinning through the grass.
Car pile up.
As of right now, we're gonna obviously no question about it. Turn 4 is biting a few drivers tonight. .47 to go. Drivers will be pitting. We're gonna capture the pit cycle here, and then we'll take a quick commercial break here. That's pretty much all the drivers. All the lead lap guys, that is, are pitting. You see there's Stanton in. It's probably going to be crucial. With that being said, Aaron Stanton will win the race off the pit road. We're going to take a quick break here.
Garrett, can you clear that? That was me. Hey, Garrett, can you clear that black? I got it trying to go around, with Lucky Dog. And they couldn't catch me in time. Yeah, whenever I was taking the Lucky Dog, I was trying to let him go, but he couldn't pass me in time.
Back for the restart here at Richmond. 44 to go. Actually, we're going to have to add a lap here. Adding a lap. Car's not caught up in the back.
Garrett, Boger should be ahead of me because he was the free pass and the rest of us were lucky dogs, so he should actually be in front of me.
I don't quite understand how that will work on the scoring thing because, you know, if he needs to be in front of you, just let him in front and I'll clear the blacks. I don't understand how iRacing got what they got.
Okay, well, yeah, Boger just needs to be in front of us and just clear it here.
10-4. Alright, this will be the official start here.
Green, green, green.
Coming to it.
I mean, if you think about it, he's free pass. Why would he be behind the way around the card?
Oh, Darcy Harm, way up wall riding. What happened to Darcy Harm? I just gets up there in the marbles, or gets tight. For some reason that car did not want to turn. There is a lot of marbles forming up there in the high section of the racetrack. Right now, Aaron Stanton leads. It's no longer a Chevy 1-2-3. Shane Haar trying to ruin the Chevy party. Josh Henderson off the wall again. Right now you're looking at Shane Haar. Trying to figure out a way to get around Jordan Jordo. Again, if you think back to Daytona, between these two, as Jordan Jordo just set the fastest lap in the race at a 21.557. When you think about last week, these two finished 1 and 2 in one of the best finishes to a race I've ever seen. Jordan into the back of the 27. Got to be wondering, is Jordan thinking, I don't want to run second this week. I want to win this week. Type of deal only Jordan knows. And right now, Jordan up +6 from where he started. Right now, further back in the field, see Josh Henderson running against fours, Dev Johnson 5th. Elijah Fisher pitted right before the most recent caution, running at 8th, off the wall a little bit. Right now, Jordan, the only one that's been able to hold Aaron Stanton at bay right now. Only 3/10 of a second lead. Does Jordan have something for the 27? So this will be the last commercial break for the broadcast. We work 33 laps to go, come to 32. We'll be right back from Richmond.
Nope, we're good. No, I don't think so.
Look, I don't remember what lap it was, but I got dumped by the 54 earlier. See if you can end up finding that. Yeah, I was just up on the top, and he just kept coming up, and just left hooked me.
Oh, debris in turn 4.
I might come down like very smallly, but it was not very significant though. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, besides some of the cautions for single course spins I've seen the last 2 times. I'm gonna wait on that. Cause I seen course spin and there was no caution for me, but it happened to other people though.
What time was that? 22.00.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not mad, it's just... Yeah, no, you're good.
Love you, Garrett.
No, nothing, go.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can we get another yellow?
We're back for Richmond here in the closing laps. 27 to go this time. Zev Johnson running in 5th. Still Aaron Stanton up front, as has been for the majority of the night. Jordan not able to. I swear this 84 has been the only one that's been able to stay right up with him this late into a run. Shane Harr running back there very methodically as we've reached inside, 25 to go. As Harr off the wall a little bit, dirt tracking it off the quarter. Josh Henderson running 4th, 1.7 off the leader. Been a good rally, as I said all night, about a 72, didn't get a good qualified in at all. Started 13th right now, and he is running up in 4th. Zev Johnson, I mentioned earlier, an up and down night, tried to finish off strong here in the 54 JBL Toyota Camry. Stephen Henning been running about 6th all night. Nothing spectacular, nothing, just trying to rack in a decent amount of points, and if he stays in 6th, he will indeed get a good amount of points. Levi Ramsey in the same boat. Just been hanging out in the bottom half of the top 10, or the upper top 10 of the night, running in 7th. Elijah Fisher, another one of them that's had an up and down night. Less of laps about halfway through the race, was able to give Aaron Stanton a bit of a battle, but a pit stop forced the driver to number 4 back to 8th position, where he is running right now with 20 to go. And right now you're starting to see the gap open up ever so slightly. 0.4 of a second down between the 84 to 27. Tires maybe starting to fade away on that number 84. George Ordo still holds the fastest lap of the race, however. Still lap times here. Jordan 2 thousandths faster. Well, it was a lap 156, 157, a tenth slower. So he's standing into the wall just a little bit. See, what is this lap will tell us? Even with that little bit of contact, Stanton still faster, opening up the time just a little bit. So right now, maybe sure that was to. Oh no, that was a shade. Crap. Let's see what it was to Aaron now. Okay, there we go. That's much better. My fault. That was the Shane Har. Shane Har's probably struggled a little bit with tires as well. Right now, you see at the bottom now, this is what Stanton is to Jordan. Does this lap here, still pretty evenly matched, but right now, Aaron Stanton just having a Sunday drive on a Saturday night.
Nine pin this time.
Those K Cannons will be pitting this time. You see a driver to, well, respect to Aaron. See a driver to number 9. Not a good night for K Cannon. you're looking at the 60 of Chris Loda in 11th, 4 laps down. Had decent pace earlier. But right now, looks like the best he will finish. He might get 10th here for the night. So that's about all he'll be able to get. Got 12 laps to go. It is still all air state here. 1 second to Jordan Jordo as the 84s start to fade. Michael Boger trying to work on Elijah Fisher for 8th. Hey, look how working that wheel in there. Car looks like it's all over the place. There's still Aaron Stanton out in front. I've probably said 50 times tonight. But when you're out front and dominant tonight like he's been, you kinda make the commentators say that. But if he can hang on for coming to 7 more laps here, it's going to be this is going to be a statement win. Meanwhile, Josh Henderson battling with Shane Harr for 3rd. Right now, Josh Harrison's still up as almost gets into the back of the 21. Had to check up hard. Henderson's still up +9. And he will be the biggest mover of the race as long as he can stay where he's at or gain or improve, I should say. Right now, manufacturers as they run, it's a Chevy 1-2, Shane Harr, the highest running Toyota in 3rd. Then the highest running Ford is Levi Ramsey down there at 6th. That is a Ford 6-8. Levi Ramsey and Zeb Johnson battling hard. Levi Ramsey trying to get a Ford into the top 5. He has momentarily. Stephen Henning trying to do the same as well. But right now, Aaron Stanton still out front. Don't know what he can switch to this. Right, there's even wrong with it. Coming to 2 to go. At a 2-second lead, near about. On Aaron Stanton. As long as there's not a caution in the next 5 seconds, he will only have 1 more lap, and there it is, white flag for Aaron Stanton. .2 seconds to Jordan Jordo. It's 5 seconds to Shane Harr. It's been a dominant night for Aaron Stanton right from the get-go. Off of turn 4 for the 2nd week in a row, Aaron Stanton wins the Arca Series at Richmond. Jordan Jordo 2nd for Chevy Top 2, Shane Harr 3rd, Josh Henderson 4th. Levi Ramsey will round out the top 5.
I wanted to keep it clean.
Appreciate it, man.
What a dominant run tonight. Second week in a row, Chevrolet will go to victory lane and have a post-race interview. It's the second week in a row that the 27 will win, and there you go. Easy, don't tear the car up. There's Stan, burn it down in Richmond. Almost takes out the 9M. Oh!
Congrats, Aaron. Thanks, Daddy.
Congrats, man.
There's Stanton.
What's up, man?
I hope you ain't planning on taking that car through tech now. Second week in a row in a dominant fashion. Tell me about it.
I don't know, man. I just kept the tires on it and kept it rolling. It was just, this car was bad fast. It was lights out.
It was lights out, all right. By far, you've led the most laps. Your teammate did beat you out for the bonus point for the fastest lap.
Yeah,
he'll be up here in a second. Yes, sir. It's dominant car tonight. Do you think it was more a tire advantage compared to the rest of the field? Because you can see where drivers start to slide and get tight off the quarters. Like, do you just think that you just think that you were able to save tire better than everybody else, or like what's your thoughts on that?
A little bit. These tires would get like super gummy after a while, and you had to really like keep the right front on the car because these cars are hard to turn for some reason. So I just learned early on to like just roll the corner better. Even if like, you know, I let the people behind me be faster for a while, I'm just going to be faster than them, you know, after the long run. So I learned that pretty early on. And I don't know, that's kind of...
Well, long run certainly played to your advantage real fast. Who do you want to thank tonight?
My teammates, my brother, you guys for putting this on. This was a fun race.
Yeah, your brother tried to
Maybe
get
not fun
you
for... Yeah, he tried.
He tried. Well, here's Stan. Congratulations. Second week in a row.
Yep.
It is a Chevy 1-2. Your buddy Shane Har kind of spoiled the three-peat for the Chevrolet top three. But
yeah, he was fast too. I think he tried saving a little bit too much early on in the last run. That probably hurt him a bit.
Yeah, well, the only one that seemed to be able to hold a candle to you was the 84. I mean, just as the run went on, you just grew the gap more and more. But like I said, congratulations on a well-deserved win. We hope to see you next week and go for a three-peat.
Yep, thank you.
Yes, sir. Aaron Stanton. Let's see. Let's get his teammate in here. I know he's pumped. 2 second place finishes in a row. Jordan, how you doing?
One position worse than I could be.
One position worse. Yeah, the exact same that we saw last week when we left Daytona. Second place again. You tried to get to him. I believe you had the car that could stay with him. Him being Aaron Stanton longer than anybody else could. Were you just trying to save, or did you burn your stuff up?
I had him, and I got to his inside and didn't want to hook him or drive him up the track since he was a teammate. I backed out of it, and I got loose trying to keep up with him after that. It just, I don't know. I had one shot at it, really. Me and him, after that last restart, me and him fired off. We built a 3-second gap to third place. And we were trading back the fastest lap of the race for 4 or 5 laps there in the 5s. Just flying, but he just, I don't know, he just won it again. And, man, I got to tell you, finishing second has never hurt it this much. Oh, man.
Yeah, we said at the top of the show, or not at the top of the show, but we said during the race that, I mean, Jordan, he was willing to race for it to the checker last week. I don't think he's going to want to finish second again, but Do you think the tires had a lot to do with it tonight? Like, as far as who
I
could
think
get a
the
better drive
tires.
off?
I think the tires made a really good race. You had to know how to handle the car. It was all about straightening up the exits, which I don't know if you caught it, but I tagged the wall on the front stretch twice, straightening it out. But not hard, just what you had to do today. Had to straighten out the car and keep it as level as you could, not slide the tires, and that would give you a huge advantage on the long run. Me and Aaron both did that really well on the last run there. And just, I don't know, like, you look at our lap times from that last run, almost the entire time, they're identical. Like, I was listening to my lap time play twice, basically, from the crew chief, but just, I don't know. I don't know what I could have done different there. I was obviously on the right strategy, and I mean, I moved my way up to second best position. Not much more I could have done, but it sucks finishing second to him again. But he did a great job, and congrats to him. I think this will essentially lock him into playoffs. So good for him to lock in the first 2 weeks. But I really, really wanted that one, man.
I understand, buddy. I understand. Real fast, who do you want to thank tonight?
I want to thank my sponsors, High Rock, Celsius, Sunny D. Really appreciate their support. Glad that I'm showing I'm worth it these last couple weeks in Arca. Hopefully I can bring that through to the cup side. Thanks to my dad for getting me into racing. Always got to shout him out. I wouldn't be here if he didn't get me into cars and racing as a whole. Got to say thanks to my teammates. They did a great job running that race. That was a lot of fun. We talked throughout the race, me and Cade, who were in a call. Big shout out to him. He was very helpful running that one. Sucks that he got behind early through restart manipulation by Aaron, which he's the leader. He's going to do it, but sucks that happened for him. But good recovery to get another top 10. He does it in the Cup Series every week, pretty much. So glad to see he can do that in the Arca side as well. And shout out to everybody watching, you and Elijah, keeping the league running smooth. And yeah, hopefully I can be the winner next week.
Hopefully so, buddy. Hopefully so. But congratulations on another top 2. We look forward to seeing you Monday night from Milwaukee, I believe.
Yeah, Milwaukee. Thanks, man.
Yep, no problem. Well, get the last of the top 3 finishers in here. No surprise. This man tried to come back and spoil the Chevrolet party, as did the rest of the field. Let's get Shane Har in here. Shane Har, Garrett Jenkins, how you doing?
Good, man. How are you doing?
Get sicker. It gets sicker and sicker.
Oh, no.
Not to return you one, I know you wanted to spoil the Chevrolet party. Wasn't able to do it tonight. Was there anything that you could have done different, or was there anything that you think could have combated the 27 tonight?
No, not really. The only real chance I think I had was towards the end there. I was saving a little fuel to try and make it to the end, and that was probably my only chance I really had at the 27. He was pretty much lights out all night, and nobody could really keep up with him after 20, 25 laps. He just seemed to check out on his own. So, congrats to him. He pretty much dominated tonight. So, not much we could have done.
Yes, sir. First time driving these cars, at least in this league, for say, is there anything you've learned from tonight that you could take into the future? As I believe we go to a road course next week. But is there anything you could take from tonight that could maybe help you get an advantage on the competition in the future?
Yeah, I think I just gotta back up the corner a little more. I was a little too aggressive with the throttle center off, and it just seemed to get me tight late in the run. So I just gotta work on that a little bit, and we work on that. We might figure something out.
Yes, sir. Real fast, buddy. I know it's top of the hour, and I know me and you both, we got another race we got to do right after this one. Is there anybody you want to thank tonight?
Everybody over at Toyota, of course. You up in the booth, and everybody here that makes this league go on. I guess everybody for showing up. The family I got here in the house in the other rooms. Some of them are getting ready for bed, and we thank everybody for allowing us to do what we do.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you showing up tonight. Shane Har picks up where he starts his bid for a championship a week late, but picks up solid points tonight. We hope to see you next week. Look forward to seeing you
Thanks
Monday.
much, Garrett. Thank you, Garrett.
Yep.
Have a good one.
You too, boss. Oh, that being said, it was a pretty good race tonight. Couple cautions here and there, but you look at the unofficial results here. Aaron Stanton walks away second week in a row with the win tonight. That's the qualifier results. Wrong results here. Still not changing the thing. There we go. Aaron Stanton walks away tonight. Jordan Jordan second. Shane Har third. Josh Henderson comes all the way from the back to finish fourth. Levi Ramsey, the highest running Ford, in fifth. Zeb Johnson will round out sixth. Stephen Henning Jr. seventh. Elijah Fisher eighth. Michael Bogert rounds out ninth. Cade Cannon, after a tough break early in the race, will finish out 10th. Chris Laota 11th. Darcy Har 12th. And AJ Thompson will round out 13th. With that being said, it was a fun night. It was an entertaining night. Congratulations, Aaron Stanton, on a dominant victory tonight. We look forward to seeing everybody on the Southern Racing Network for the Cup race on Monday night at the Milwaukee Mile. With that being said, I'm Garrett Jenkins. Everybody have